Welcome back. We're on the Divas Championship. AJ Lee versus Natalya versus Naomi versus Brie Bella, otherwise known as the Total Divas segment, which I hope will end up being a lot better than the promos that they've cut, and probably will be. I think that it's actually going to be not that bad of a match, if not a potential better match of the night out of all the ones that we're going to see here. I think that these people are going to actually try to do something a little bit different. I mean, obviously they're not going to go and do like a hardcore match or anything like that, but I think that the four women that are in this match are really going to try their best. You could kind of say that they usually do, but you can tell when people are half-assing it and when people think that something is a little bit special and they kind of try harder. Case in point, that one match that they had, the tag team tables match, if I remember correctly, with Lay Cool and Natalya and Beth Phoenix. That was actually a pretty good match because they were doing something different. And even though this isn't really that different, it's no cage match or anything crazy like that, this is going to be something that they want to be important. They're going to have this as a big focal point for Total Divas, and somebody might actually end up winning the title. So I think that they'll put out all the stops and really try to make this as good as it can possibly be. And it'll end up being as good, if not better, than the AJ and Caitlyn match that we had. That was just a pleasant surprise. It's between two people, in my mind. Either AJ retains, or they give it to Natalya. For a while, I was thinking maybe they would give it to Naomi, but the more I think about it, the less I think that that's actually a viable option. And I don't think that Brie Bella has the slightest bit of a chance of winning. But there's a good chance that they give it to Natalya and they incorporate this into Total Divas as the one who was kind of like being overlooked is now the champion. And she feuds back with AJ, and maybe she drops it back to AJ at the next pay-per-view or something like that. I don't know. But I think maybe there's a 50-50 shot at Natalya winning and AJ Lee. Before just going around and saying, oh, I think this person, I think that. Does anybody else think that the title's going to change hands? And if you do, then explain who you think is going to win it.
Natalya.
No,
I don't think it's going to change hands.
I'm saying
personally.
the reason Natalya, and I do believe it's going to become a focal point of Total Divas. They're going to take that title over there, and they're going to probably have it defended on the shows between those lot, and have it over there on Total Divas and talking about why she's the champion and how glitzy her title is and how she deserves this and all that rubbish. I just don't see the championship lasting any longer on Raw or SmackDown, unless it's sort of a cross promotional thing. I think in order to help the show out and promote the belt a bit more as well, they're going to do that. So I agree totally, 100% with you, Tom.
And Braden, you were saying you don't think it will?
No, and I'm also hoping it doesn't either. Not just for like what, but an episode of a reality show. Nah, if they want to build to a title change, you can make maybe AJ screws whoever. Like say Natalya's getting close to winning the championship, she goes and steals one. You continue a feud for a bit and then drop the title meaningfully. I don't think it's just randomly going to change hands in this fatal four way. Not here.
Well, I'll take over then. I think it's gonna stay around AJ Lee's waist because they haven't established her on Total Divas yet. I don't think she made an appearance on the actual show.
I don't think so.
she's even. Yeah, I don't think she's made an appearance on the show yet. So I think they're gonna wait until she actually starts appearing on the show before they have any sort of plans to actually take the belt off of her. So I do think that they are gonna take the belt off her eventually, but not tonight.
All right, well then you know what? We lost Peyton, so we're gonna move on to the next part and talk about the thing that I'm looking forward to the very least out of this whole pay-per-view, other than the lack of the IC title. World Heavyweight Championship, snooze and bore.